we are going to discussing factors affecting the extent of adsorption. Factors affecting the extent of adsorption. Okay, let us talk about this. Yes, the factors which are affecting. So in that first factor we are going to discussing, that is nothing but the nature of adsorbent. First factor. Okay, what is this, sir? First factor, nature of adsorbent. See here how the adsorbent is playing very important role, okay, to affect the adsorption. See here, generally when I am going to talk about nature of adsorbent, if suppose when I am going to taking the platinum and aluminium, if suppose, or nickel or aluminium, see, if suppose nickel as well as aluminium I am taking, both are the catalysts or adsorbent. Okay, in this case hydrogen can, okay, adsorb more, okay, on the surface of nickel. Okay, in this case what happening, this is the surface of nickel. For example, if suppose here aluminum is there, this is the surface of aluminum. If suppose the hydrogen more, okay, it can adsorb more on the surface of nickel, okay, but not aluminum. Means here weakly adsorbed. Okay, here weakly or somewhat only, weakly or some amount only. Okay, some amount only adsorbed. Okay, why? Because some amount only adsorbed, sir? Because that is the nature of the, okay, nature of the adsorbent. Means here any particular gas, when we are going to talking about the particular gas, the particular gases are adsorbed, okay, in different amounts on different adsorbents. Are you getting my point? So that's why in this case hydrogen is effectively or more amount, okay, more amount of hydrogen can adsorb on the surface of nickel compared to aluminium. Okay, next point, when I am going to talking about that one, second point is nothing but, so next, surface area. So when I am going to talking about the surface area, see here, surface area. So which surface area, sir? Surface area of adsorbent or adsorbate? Actually absorption takes place on the surface of adsorbent, as am I right or not? So when we are going to increasing, while increasing surface area of adsorbent, okay, what I am telling here, when we are going to increasing or while increasing surface area of adsorbent, okay, it increases. Immediately what is increasing, sir? Extent adsorption. Okay, extent of adsorption increases. Why? Because, so for example, if we are not increased surface area, what happening? It can decreases. Why it is increasing, sir? Actually, because the adsorption is a which phenomena, sir? Surface phenomena. Is it right or not? So surface phenomena occurs more on the surface only. So that's why while increasing the surface area, what is increasing, sir? Extent of adsorption is increasing. Yes, are you getting my point? So here may have doubts also something. Sir, how we will increase the surface area of adsorbent? Yes, am I right or not? So we will increase when we are taking any solid surface, okay, any solid surface like a piece, for example, surface area of the solid piece is less Why? Because this is only this much molecules are occupied. See here, for example, this is the surface, okay, of this solid. Okay, when I am going to, for example, how we will increase? Will increase. For example, this only, I am going to making the small pieces, okay, small pieces, finely powdered, okay, or finely powdered. Okay, so what happening? See, this is also one of the part, this is also one of the part, this is also one of the part, this is also one of the part. Lot of parts are there here. Am I right or not? Now, what is increased here? Surface area is increased. See, this, it is increased. Yes, am I right or not? Again here, this much is increased. Yes, am I right or not? Again it is increased. So, gaseous molecules occupies more on the surface. So, that's why, in the lot of cases, in a catalytic reactions, okay, generally we may take catalyst as a powdered form. Yes, am I right or not? Catalyst is a powdered form. Okay, so why catalyst we are taking the powdered form, sir? To increasing the surface area. When we are increasing the surface area, what is increasing, sir? Adsorption increases. When adsorption increases, what happening? Reaction takes place. Okay, means rate of reaction also increases in that case. Okay, so now next point I am going to talking about that one. That is nothing but next factor. The factor, it is nothing but liquefaction of gases. Okay, liquefaction. So what is the liquefaction, sir? Okay, what is the liquefaction? The gas is converted into liquid while using the temperature or decreasing the temperature. Is it right or not? This is called as a liquefaction of gas. Okay, see, simply we'll talk about the liquefaction of gas. So how it can affect? Okay, liquefaction of gas. Simple, I will tell one thing to you people. So that is nothing but generally critical temperature. I am going to talk about the critical temperature. So when the critical temperature is more, any gases are having the high critical temperature, they can easily liquefy. As am I right or not? What I am telling, are you getting my point? The gases which are having the high critical temperature, these are easily liquefies. Okay, so in that case we are taking the critical temperature value is Tc. Okay, here I will write one thing. The gases which are having high critical temperature. Okay, high critical temperature. Okay, higher critical temperature. Okay, higher critical temperature. Then what happens, sir, in this case? Okay, they may easily liquefies. Okay, critical temperature are more adsorbed. Why it is happening like this, sir? I will tell. Before we are going to talking about the Tc. Generally critical temperature is denoted by the Tc. Okay, if suppose the gas is having the high critical temperature, then it easily liquefies. Okay, when it can convert it into, see, these are the gaseous molecules. In the gaseous molecules, what is there, sir? More randomness. Okay, because these are the freely moving gaseous molecules are very freely moving. Yes, am I right or not? Here these are very means random nature, random. Okay, so means attraction forces. Okay, attraction forces in a gas molecules is very less. So what is increasing here? Disorderness or randomness is increased. When the randomness is increased, okay, the adsorption takes place is not that much effectively. Yes, am I right or not? So the gases which are easily liquefy or which are having the high critical temperature or higher critical temperature, they may easily liquefies. When it can liquefies, what happening, sir? The randomness is decreased. When the randomness is decreased, what happens, sir? Simply they may adsorbed or occupies the surface of catalyst or adsorbent. Are you getting my point? So in this case what happening? When the TC, okay, critical temperature is denoted by the TC. In this case what happening? So TC is equal to, we know that one formula. The formula is nothing but TC is equal to 8A by 27 RB. We know that one, this formula. Already we have discussed it in the gaseous state, in the 11th standard. Okay. So what happening when critical temperature is increased? Simply van der Waals forces are increases. So why it is happening like this, I will tell. So critical temperature is increases means van der Waals forces are increases. Van der Waals forces are increasing means what happening? The randomness is decreasing, assimilate or not. When the randomness is decreases, what happening, sir? They may convert it into liquid easily. When the liquid is converted into liquid, what happening? It will easily absorbed. Why? Because emanate or not. So here intermolecular forces are increasing. Okay, intermolecular forces are increasing. Assimilate or not? Molecular forces. Okay, when intermolecular forces are increasing, what happening? Extent of adsorption is increases. Assimilate or not? Okay, extent adsorption increases. Yes, this is the mystery behind this one. Extent adsorption increases. Are you getting my point, beta? C. This is the very, very important factor. Okay, liquefaction of gas. When the liquefaction of gas means what happening? The gases which are having the high critical temperature. Sir, which gases are higher? Which gases having the higher critical temperature, sir? Let's tell some examples. Okay, I will tell you. If suppose example of ammonia gas, NH3. Okay, example. For example, these are having the higher critical temperature. NH3 gas, okay, and HCl, okay, comma CO2, CO2 gas also, it is having the higher critical temperature, higher critical temperature. So it is easily liquefies, emanate or not. Next Cl2, SO2, okay, some gases, okay, Cl2, comma SO2, okay, etc. These are all the, okay, these gases are having the critical temperatures, higher critical temperatures. These are having the higher critical temperatures. Are you getting my point? So now next factor we may discuss. So what is the next factor? It is understood or not? Okay, emanate or not? These things are, I think you can understood. So now we'll go to the next point. Next factor. What is the next factor, sir? Okay. Next factor is nothing but exothermic nature. See, generally, this is an exothermic reaction. Exothermic. See, generally, adsorption is a exothermic. Okay. So, this question is also asked before that in the JEE. What is asked in which manner? They ask the question whether adsorption is exothermic or endothermic? Exothermic. Sir, how we will prove? We will prove. Okay, generally, see here, adsorption is a spontaneous reaction. Assimilate or not? Adsorption is a what, sir? Spontaneous. Yes. When the reaction is spontaneous, according to the thermodynamics. Assimilate or not? Okay. So, according to the thermodynamics. Okay. Now, we are taking thermodynamics of adsorption here. Okay, we'll take, okay, thermodynamics of adsorption. According to the thermodynamics of adsorption, okay, the adsorption is a spontaneous. When the reaction is spontaneous, delta G is negative, free Gibbs energy. Assimilate or not? Okay, delta G is what, sir, here? Negative. So, and I will tell another thing. See, what about the entropy, sir? What about the entropy? See, here I am going to talking about next point. That is nothing but due to adsorption. Okay, due to adsorption. Here we may take gaseous molecules. Okay, clear it. Due to adsorption, what happening here? Entropy is decreases. What is decreasing, sir? Entropy decreases. Okay, see here. How it is, why it is decreasing? Entropy is decreases. Entropy is decreases. See, if suppose it is a solid surface, assimilate or not? It is a solid surface. Now here, lot of gaseous molecules are there. Okay, these are in the which nature, sir? Random. These are in random or Disorder. Assimilate or not? Disorder. Okay. In this case, entropy is more, high entropy. Entropy is high. Assimilate or not? Entropy is high. Am I right or not? But when the adsorption takes place, what happening? The surface attracting the gaseous molecules. Then what happening? The randomness will be decreases here. In this case, what happening? Randomness is decreased or ordered form is K. Am I right or not? Randomness. Okay. Randomness is decreased. So when randomness is decreased, then what happening? Delta S entropy is equal to negative. Yes, delta S value also negative. Am I right or not? When the delta S is negative, we know the formula. Delta G is equal to, am I right or not? Delta H minus T delta S. Am I right or not? Now I am going to talking about the enthalpy. I will talk about the enthalpy. So exothermic nature. From the enthalpy only we may explain whether the reaction is exothermic or endothermic. Am I right or not? Now we know the formula. Delta G is equal to delta H minus T delta S. In this case, delta G also negative, sir. Yes, as well as T delta S also negative, sir. Then immediately delta H value also negative. Am I right or not? Means delta H value is equal to negative. So that's why here you can take any adsorption. That may be chemical adsorption, that may be physical adsorption. Any type of adsorption you can take. Okay, in the both cases also, enthalpy of adsorption is exothermic only. Means the energy is releasing during the adsorption. Already we have discussed this thing in the physical adsorption as well as chemical adsorption. In the both cases also what happening, sir? Enthalpy means enthalpy is releasing, means it is a exothermic in nature. Adsorption is in the which nature, sir? Exothermic nature. In this case what happening, sir? Energy is releasing. Am I right or not? In a chemical adsorption, higher enthalpy is okay high. As a physical adsorption, enthalpy is less. That 20 to 40 kilojoule per mole is there in the physical adsorption, in the case of physical adsorption. But in the case of chemical adsorption, it is 80 to 240 kilojoule per mole. Yes, we are discussed that thing in the previous class only. Am I right or not? Now, next factor. What is the next factor? Next factor I am going to discussing about the effect of pressure. Okay, effect of pressure. See, now effect of pressure. See here, beta, all of you see here. What I am telling here, how the pressure affecting on the extent of adsorption. So, before knowing about this one, first we should know all that. We should know. Already we know that thing. Adsorption is in the two ways. Okay. One is the physical adsorption as well as one is the chemical adsorption. First I will talk about in the case of physical adsorption. Because the pressure, effect of the pressure on physical adsorption is different as well as chemical adsorption is different. So that's why, first of all, I will discuss, okay, about the physical adsorption or in the case of physical adsorption. Okay. So in the case of physical adsorption, what happening, sir? Okay. In the case of physical adsorption, what happened? In the case of physical adsorption, okay, so let me draw the graph. If we are taking x by m value on the y axis, okay, pressure is on the x axis, then the graph we may get like this. Means while increasing the pressure, okay, while increasing the pressure of adsorbate or gaseous molecules, What is increasing? Adsorption is increasing. Means extent of adsorption. X by m is nothing but the extent of adsorption is increasing. Are you getting my point? Why it is increasing in this manner? In this case, I will tell. See, if suppose this is a solid surface. Yes, am I right or not? This is a solid surface. Yes, am I right or not? So, if lot of gaseous molecules are here. Yes, we know that one already. Number of times we are explained. So, first of all, what happened? Some gaseous molecules occupied this surface. Again, I increased the pressure of this gaseous molecule. It can occupy this place also, this surfaces also. Okay, all side surfaces are occupied. Again, I am increasing. Okay, pressure of these gaseous molecules. If suppose, what happens, sir? Now layers are forming. Again increases. Again next layer is forming. Again next layer is forming. Means in the total water it may be solid. Okay, layers are forming. Means continuously, while increasing the pressure of gaseous molecules, okay, in the case of physical adsorption, continuously what happening, sir? Adsorption increases. Are you getting my point? So that's why it is increasing. So that's why I am going to writing here, when the pressure is increased, x by m value is increasing. Okay, x by m value is increases means what happening? Extent adsorption is increases. Extent adsorption increases. Are you getting my point? Increases. Next point I will. Okay, in the case of chemical adsorption. Okay, I am going to talking about the chemical adsorption. In the case of chemical adsorption, okay, what happening, sir? See here. Chemical adsorption. Chemical adsorption. Okay. What we are discussing here, sir? We are discussing about the effect of pressure on the chemical adsorption. So, for example, if suppose I am taking the graph same as usual. So here x by m, okay, on the y-axis as well as pressure in the x-axis. Yes, are you getting my point? Then what happens, sir? Here up to some time means some atmospheric pressure values or pressure values. Okay, chemical adsorption takes place. It is increasing. After some time, it become constant. Okay, it become constant. Means what happening, sir, here? Here I will tell one thing. Adsorption increases initially, yes, later it constant. After it becomes constant. Sir, why it is happening? How it is happening? Yes, how it is happening? See, here I am telling one thing to you people. In a chemical adsorption, what's going on, sir? What's happening, sir? Chemical bond takes place. Yes, am I right or not? If suppose this is the solid surface, okay, number of gases molecules are here. Yes, am I right or not? Okay, so in the normal pressure, it occupies this surface. If suppose I increases, okay, I am increasing. Otherwise, okay, what happening? While increasing some pressure, again it can occupy this surface area. Again I increase somewhat pressure, it can occupy this surface area. Means what happening here? It can increases with increasing pressure up to somewhat. After that what happening, sir? No any surface area, empty surface area here. It is impossible to make the chemical bond. Assimilate or not? So that's why what happening? It become constant. Means it is zero now. Okay, you can increase whatever it may be pressure. Okay, 1 atmosphere to 200 atmosphere or 300 atmospheres. Nothing use because it becomes constant. Are you getting my point? So in the case of physical adsorption and in the case of chemical adsorption, okay, the whatever it may be effect of pressure is different. See here, continuously it is increased. Here it is increased up to somewhat level. Then after that what happening? It become constant. Why? Because it is here monomolecular layers are forming, but here, here multi-layer molecules are forming, but here monomolecular layers are forming. Am I right or not? Only it is the surface, only surface, okay? Because here chemical bond is forming. Here what happening, sir? Here van der Waals forces are attracting here. So that's why multi-molecular layers are forming. So that's why while increasing pressure continuously, extent adsorption increases. But in the case of chemical adsorption, it's not like that. Okay? So now we'll go to the next point. So next point is nothing but the effect of pressure. Am I right or not? We may talk about the effect of pressure. How it will be effects on the extent of temperature. In this case also, when I am going to talk about this one, see here, effect of temperature. Okay, we'll talk about. See here, all of you. Effect of temperature. Effect of temperature. Yes. In this case, what happening, sir? So, in this case also, the temperature affects in the different way on the different type of adsorptions, because it is different for the physical adsorption, it is different, it is causing the different effect on the chemical adsorption. Okay, in the both cases, okay, whatever it may be effect is there, that is the different. So that's why first of all I will talk about physical adsorption. In a physical adsorption, what happening? What is the effect of temperature? Physical adsorption. Physical adsorption. So see here, beta. In this case, what happening? If suppose, okay, if suppose it is the x by m value. Here I am taking the temperature S. While increasing the temperature, we may get curve like this. Okay, means continuously it is decreasing. So what indicating while seeing this graph? In case of physical adsorption, while increasing the temperature, what is decreasing, sir? Here, what is decreasing? Adsorption is decreasing. Or adsorption of gaseous molecules are decreasing. Why it is happening? Okay, see, I will write here. Okay, while increasing temperature, okay, physical adsorption is decreases. Why it is decreasing while increasing the temperature? Yes, this is the way. Why? Because see here, we are already discussed all those things. In the case of physical adsorption, what happening, sir? See, this is the solid surface. In the last class also I explained this thing. See, any molecule is there, it can attracted, and what is there, sir? The bond between, okay, surface and gas molecules formed by the van der Waals forces. These are the very, very weak forces. Then when I am giving very little bit, okay, temperature, okay, I heat up somewhat level, So when I heat up this one, or when I heat up very little bits, then it can start to escape from this surface. Am I right or not? So that's why what happening? While increasing the temperature in the case of physical adsorption is decreases, or extent of adsorption is decreases. Okay, but in the case of chemical adsorption, what happening, sir? So let's talk about the chemical adsorption. So when I am going to talk about the chemical adsorption, okay, see here what happening, sir. See, we'll see directly with the graph only. Okay, I am drawing the graph x by m on the y axis as well as temperature values on the y axis. What happening, sir? In this case, So first of all it is increases, okay, after that it can decrease. Why happening like this? Okay, it is also very very important thing. SM right or not? So for this case I will explain one thing to you people. Yes, so why it is increasing like this? See here, initially chemical adsorption increases with temperature, after some time it can decreases. So why it is happening like this, sir? Decreases. Why it is happening like this? First of all I will tell one thing. Here which bond is forming, beta? Chemical bond is forming. So in the case of chemical bonding, when the chemical bond is forming, first of all when we'll give some energy, that energy is called as the initiation energy, to initiate the reaction. Are you getting my point? See, there are lot of gaseous molecules are there. When I given little bit energy, first I am talking about the little bit energy. When I am going to talking about the little bit energy, what happening? These molecules get some energy and activated here. Yes, am I right or not? So now what happening? They may comes close together and it makes bond with this one as a chemical bond. Yes, am I right or not? So first why it is increased, sir? Because to initiate the reaction, some energy is required. Am I right or not? Some energy is required. Okay, energy is required. Yes, am I right or not? This energy is called as a activation energy. Yes, am I right or not? This energy is called as what, sir? Activation energy. I think you know, when I taught chemical kinetics, yes, am I right or not? In the chemical kinetics, I told you one thing, you know. You remembered or not, I don't know. I draw one diagram like this, okay, about the activation energy. Here reactants are there, okay. Here products are there. This is the energy, am I right or not? X-axis and Y-axis I took. Yes, am I right or not? Here the reactants are there, here products are there. First we are giving some energy, yes, am I right or not? Okay, to initiate the reaction. Am I right or not? Up to we will take the molecules here. Am I right or not? Immediately, then they may convert into products. Yes, am I right or not? This energy we may called, okay, activation energy. Yes, am I right or not? Or threshold energy. Yes, threshold energy. Already I explained this thing. You may remembered or not, I don't know. But what happening here? To initiate the reaction, we are given some energy that is called as the activation energy or threshold energy. So in this case also same thing happen. Initially the chemical adsorption increases because what happening? To initiate the reaction, some energy required. Due to that energy, what happening? Adsorption takes place very fastly. Assimilate or not? Then when we are increasing, after some time, when we are increasing the temperature, what happening? I eaten up more. Okay. Eaten up more. For example, I am supplying the energy more or eating the more. Okay, heat up more. What happening, you know? Here, the bond is there, the bond is broken. Okay, so what happening here? Simply, breaking bond starts slowly. While increasing, heat up more. What happening? Bond breaks and it will come out. So that's why, first of all, initially it can increase it. After that, it can decrease it. Are you getting my point? So, in the chemical adsorption case and in the physical adsorption case, it is different. See, in a physical adsorption case, what happened? Continuously decreased. Yes, am I right or not? But in the case of chemical adsorption, it can increase it, then after that, it can decrease it. Means every chemical reaction. What I am telling, when the chemical bond is forming, while forming the chemical bond, compulsory initiation energy is required. Okay, initiation energy is required. In this case, first we are giving some energy, that energy is working like a initiation energy. Has got it? Okay. Now we'll go to the next point. Okay. See, now factor affecting the extent of adsorption is over, sir. Now we'll talk about the next point. That is nothing but the adsorption isotherms. Sir, what is the adsorption isotherms, sir? Related to this one only, sir. Okay, it is nothing. See here, we'll talk about adsorption isotherms. What are the adsorption isotherms, sir? You know isotherms already in the previous year. Okay, states of matter, gaseous state and liquid state. We discussed all those things. Adsorption isotherms and isobars we discussed. See, adsorption isotherms. What are the adsorption isotherms? Okay, isotherms are nothing but, actually, isotherms are nothing but, it is the relation between, okay, okay, what I am telling, pressure or equilibrium pressure of a gas, okay, between pressure and adsorption. Adsorption of what, sir? Gaseous molecules. Yes, it is the relation between pressure and adsorption. Where, sir? At constant temperature. Where it is, sir? At constant temperature. Okay, constant temperature. Whatever it may be, curves we may get. This is called as a adsorption isotherms. Is it right or not? For this Freundlich, one of the scientists, he gave a relation and proposed the empirical equation. Freundlich explained about the adsorption isotherms. He gave the relation between the pressure of the gaseous molecules and, okay, adsorption of the gaseous molecules, and is proposed one particular equation. That equation is nothing but x by m is equal to k into p to the power of 1 by n. K into p to the power of 1 by n. Here in this case, k is the constant, s constant, and n is also constant. Okay, these are depend on nature of gas. Okay, these are depend on nature of gas. Are you getting my point? So p is, in this case, when I am going to talk about, for example, n value is equal to 1. N is equal to 1. X by m is directly proportional to p. It is dependent on the pressure. Okay, in such case we may get isotherms when I am going to taking the, okay, graph between x by m, okay, and p with constant temperature. We may get isotherms like this. For example, it is a constant temperature T1, constant temperature T2, constant temperature T3. T1 means, for example, if you can take 293 Kelvin, here 300 Kelvin, here 312 Kelvin. But while whatever it may be, reaction takes place or adsorption takes place. Okay, overall adsorption, we are keeping the temperatures constant, T1, T2, T3, otherwise 293, 300, okay, 310, whatever it may be you can take. But overall reaction completes or overall adsorption completes. Okay, up to completion of the adsorption, we are keeping these temperatures constant. We may get like this, x by m and p, between the p, the whatever it may be graphs we are getting like this. These are called as what, sir? Isotherms. These are called as what, sir? Isotherms. Are you getting my point? But one thing here, practically he observed something. Because this is a equation one I am telling. Okay, this equation consider as a 1. Practically observed one thing here. For example, when high pressures are there. In the case of high pressure, what happened? X by m value not depend on the pressure, because here n value is greater than 1. At high pressure, he observed one thing. At high pressure, okay, at high pressure, n value is not equal to 1. N is greater than 1. In such case, okay, the equation one becomes logarithm. Okay, means we want to get saturation point. Okay, it is converted into logarithmic form. Okay, what I am telling, are you getting my point? At high pressure, n is not equal to 1. In such case, n is greater than 1. That time the equation becomes logarithmic form. In the logarithmic form, what happening? So x by m value is not dependent on the pressure now. See, the value we will write like this. Equation will write like this. That is nothing but, okay, log x by m is equal to log x by m equal to, okay, log k again plus 1 by n log p. Are you getting my point? In this case, what happening, sir? X by m is equal to k. It is independent. P is not playing any role. X by m is equal to k. It is the independent, not dependent. Okay, independent in this case. Okay, in this case we may get a graph like this. When I am going to draw the graph between log x by m, okay, as well as log p. Are you getting my point? We may get slope like this. S. See, the graph is, we may get the graph like this. Okay, slope is here, slope is equal to 1 by n. In this case, slope is equal to 1 by n. S. See, here I am going to take the points. Okay, the whatever it may be angle here is there, that is the Q. It is the A and B. Okay, so now this whatever it may be thing is there, that is called as a log K. Okay, it is the log K intercept. See, we may get this, okay, graph when n is not equal to 1, n greater than 1. In which case, sir, that is in the higher pressure only, high pressure. In the case of high pressure, we may get log x by m, okay, log p graph like this. The slope is nothing but the 1 by n. Slope is equal to 1 by n. Okay, generally in a JEE level, okay, directly they are asking the graphs. Okay, so they are asking, okay, this graph is indicates, okay, whatever it may be, log x by m, log p values, assimilate or not. So they will ask simply, draw the graph. Okay, which graph? Okay, indicates, okay, log x by m versus log p, like that. Okay, the question is asking like that only. Okay, so these normal isotherms, when we are going to discussing these, generally asking in the, these are asking in the generally CBSE level. Okay, so I am covering all the points of the CBSE as well as JEE level. Okay, in the JEE level they will ask like these questions. For example, sometimes they are asking this type of question in the JEE also, but in the different manner. That time they may use, for example, in this case, okay, T1 is, okay, less than, T2 is less than T3. Assimilate or not in this case. But the question is asking in this manner, which is the more, which is the less, which temperature is more, which temperature is high. So keep it in your mind for the JEE or NEET level also. Okay, so we'll go to the next point. That is nothing but, if suppose adsorption isobars. So what is the adsorption isobars? Already we discussed about the adsorption isobars. Sir, when, sir? Where discussed? Now you only will tell where we discussed. Okay, where we are discussed. Okay, you can remember. Now adsorption isobars are nothing but the adsorption isobars. Okay, isobar का मतलब क्या होता है? What is the meaning of isobar? Adsorption isobars. It is the relation between, generally, assimilate or not, it is the relation between, okay, temperature and adsorption of gaseous molecule. Assimilate or not, adsorption of gaseous molecule and temperature. Where, sir? At constant pressure. Yes, assimilate or not, at constant pressure is called adsorption isobars. Okay, for the chemical adsorption and as well as physical adsorption, we may say already whatever it may be graphs. Okay, so the relation between, okay, temperature and adsorption of the gaseous molecule at constant pressure, the whatever it may be graphs, we are getting, these are called as a adsorption isobars. If suppose in the case of physical adsorption, okay, this is the different x by m, okay, versus T, temperature. How we may get graph? We got the graph like this, am I right or not? Okay, previously we discussed. This is the physisorption, okay, isobar of physisorption. Yes, am I right or not? So, physisorption, isobar of physisorption. Okay, chemisorption. Okay, isobar of chemisorption, how we may get? We may get like this, sir. As simple thing. Okay, here x by m value, here temperature value. Yes, am I right or not? You got it now. Yes. Okay, it is the effect of temperature on the extent of adsorption. Okay, there only we discussed this thing. Okay, these are called as the, what's are actually isobars. Here P is constant. Okay, P equal to constant. Here also P equal to constant. Are you getting my point? So these are called as two types of physisorption and chemisorption. Okay, this is the chemisorption. This is the physisorption. Chemisorption. Yes. Okay, sir. Till now you are discussing about the gaseous molecules. In the last class also you told one thing, sir. For example, liquids are adsorbed on the solid. So, for example, solution is there in a solution, solute particles also there. That may be gases, that may be liquid. Okay. So, in that case, how the adsorption takes place? Okay. This is a very good question actually. Lot of people having this doubt. Okay. This is simply adsorption from solution. Okay. If it is in the solution, adsorption. Okay. Adsorption from solution. So, for example, any solution is there. Okay, any solution is there. Now, solute particles are adsorbing. Solute particles. Okay, solute particles are adsorbed. Okay, which are adsorbed, sir? Okay, solute particles are adsorbed. In such case, any problem, sir? No, nothing is. All those things are same. But in the case of gaseous molecules, what is playing important role? Pressure is playing important role. But here playing important role, what is that? Concentration. In such case, okay, we may take concentration. When the concentration is increased, okay, easily what is increases? While increasing the concentration of the solution, okay, while increasing the concentration of the solution, what happening, sir? Adsorption or extent adsorption, okay, adsorption, okay, increases. Are you getting my point? But when we are increasing the temperature, what is decreasing, sir? Adsorption, okay, decreases. Are you getting my point? Are you getting my point? Same, all those things are same. In a physical adsorption, we see temperature is increased here only. What happened? Adsorption is decreases, is right or not? So here also same thing is happening. Okay, concentration is increased. Okay, in the first case we discussed it. Okay, pressure is increased. What happening? Adsorption is increased. Here concentration is increased. Then adsorption is increased. In the place of pressure, what we are using? Concentration we are using. Okay, same things are happening. Okay. Okay. So generally, this extent of adsorption, in the case of solution, it is depend upon the concentration only. How it is depending, sir? Concentration only. Okay. What about the equation for the Freund-Liszt, sir? Same thing. The Freund-Liszt equation for this solution, x by m is equal to, okay, k into c to the power of 1 by n. This is the formula. Okay, now temperature, pressure. Okay, for example, if it is the n value is not equal to 1, greater than 1, okay, concentration value is not like that, means equilibrium, in equilibrium total things are over, means whatever it may be concentration, the molecules are over. Okay, equilibrium, the reaction is completed. In equilibrium, what happening? Okay, equilibrium, the concentration means whatever the reaction is completed. For example, if suppose in such case it is changing. Okay, that is again converted into logarithmic form. That is nothing but log x by m is equal to, okay, log k plus same thing 1 by n. Okay, log, okay, c. In the case of p, log c. All those things are same. What is the change here? In the place of pressure, concentration only. So these two equations we are using for the when the adsorption from solution phase. Okay, this is the today class. So I think you may enjoyed